Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Making of Second Chance Heroes by Rocket City Studios. I am lead level designer Eli Platt. Alright, so here we have another level that I built for the game. It was originally the third level of the game, and it was cut from the game. And it is the first... I don't remember the actual names of this pair of dungeons, but it was, Dr. Optometros. In fact, it could have been just Optometros. And so the story in these levels are, now that you've discovered them all, you should probably start gathering medical supplies so that you can aid any survivors that you find. And so in this level, you're collecting medical supplies before heading to the next level to find the good doctor. So with that in mind, let's start a walkthrough. Alright, so remember at this point, the first level of the mall was very clean and organized, so this level is supposed to be a little bit more destroyed. So you come out in this lower safe room here. You smash through the door, you come out of the door, head down this hallway, and then you enter this sort of open area here, where you get over this way. It's basically this giant plaza with all of this debris and whatnot. Originally this was fenced off, but they have decided to add a gift box back here. You come out this way through the air conditioner into this area where you would fight a brief encounter, and then out into this area. There's a coffee shop over here. Because of, all the levels had to have a coffee shop. Although at the point this level was made, we were no longer putting coffee shops into all the levels, because we had abandoned the idea of beans for a gameplay perspective, but we put the coffee shop in the levels anyway because it was a good joke. In either case, you come up these stairs, which we put all these plants in, and then we were going to have a fountain here, and then we didn't have the fountain yet, so we put some plants there just in case we never got it. Once you get to the top, you're in this big open area. There's all these little birds built into the floor as part of the cool floor tile of these levels. You got little birds here, you got big birds here and here, nonetheless, and like clouds. See, there's another cloud. You come up to this area, and there is a very large... This is interesting. I think I know what they did here. Originally, this area here was open, and it looks like they stuck a bunch of boxes in there that I would have come back and redecorated as an obstruction. But you come into this grocery store, so the grocery store assets never made it in, and there you can see them with an unfinished texture on them. You come into the grocery store to the pharmacy, and you pick up your first round of supplies. Over here, there's the pharmacy. You can see all the medical supplies. Then you head out, probably through this top door, into the Healing Hands, which is a whole drugstore. Here you can see the floors all smashed up, and there's this sort of the negative floor thing, which is something I did in a few of the early levels, and then all of the levels that I did that in were taken out. But that's how things go, I guess. So you come on into this store, all the group icons. Jeez, we usually clean a lot of these up because like doing the rotate stuff ends up leaving a lot of group icons in, like the random rotation and things. Because even if you're randomly rotating things, you have to do it through a really complicated grouping and replacing groups thing, where essentially you take one object and then you make a prefab of it. But inside the prefab, it's grouped, and the group is rotated different ways, because the prefab will always come in one direction, and then if you rotate the group in the prefab, it'll be rotated. So you can grab a whole bunch of objects and do this, where you replace one object with a bunch of these differently rotated prefabs, and it'll have the effect of randomly rotating all of the objects that you replace, but then you have to explode all the prefabs, and it leaves all these group icons. So if I run the little utility thing, because I haven't run it in a long time, let's see if I can clean some of those up just for the fun of it. Prune, empty, and single child groups. Yep, see, there we go. Alright, now that we've got the group nodes out of the way, we have an entire room full of medical supplies and things. You come over to the Healing Hands office, you get your supplies out of there. You can come down here for a gift box. See, originally all the treasure chests that give power-ups were supposed to actually also give extra money or experience, and then we didn't do that because you were getting too much experience. And so it kind of nerfed the gift boxes, where they're just sort of a thing you can get instead of a thing that you want to get. But once you do that, I assume this giant pile of TNT explodes, and you can start heading all the way around, past this little recessed area, down this hall, get that gift box, across these bridges. And I actually really like these bridges, and I don't think a single level that we made has a bridge in it anymore, which is a shame. But nonetheless, you come down here there's another grocery store here. Originally you went into this one and we flipped it to the other side of the level. Oh, that's right. Originally you were supposed to come all the way around down this bottom side, across this bridge, into this door and into here. But they decided the level was too long. So instead, after you come into here, I think what happens is you go out of the back of it and then you come down here and into the safe room. So the only playable part of the level is now this top half. But it used to be that you would come out of the safe room, if you could follow my mouse, all the way through here, up here, into here, and then all the way around, and I think even into here, and keep going. And one of these, at one point in time, oh, that's right, we were going to turn, I think we were going to turn this bottom one into a giant plant store, and you would get medical supplies in the plant store. I know you can't see the giant air quotes that I'm making, but the plant store, the herbalist, where you could get medical supplies. Yeah. Alright, so if I haven't driven that point home hard enough, once you're in the safe room, the level is over, and there you have it. So this nice, cool plaza level, one of my more favorite levels in the mall. The first two Johnny and the Waters levels were basically really generic mall levels, but then again, it was the introduction to the mall. We wanted it to be very generic and mall-y. And so, like, this big plaza area I thought was really cool. I'm a little sad this level didn't make it in, but, you know, that's how these things go. You run out of time, and you gotta do what you can do. Alright, well, until next time, we'll look at Optometros Level 2. Also, I know this level is scripted and works to some degree, so we'll also be playing this level in one of the gameplay videos later.